Hey guys, welcome back to the corner. Let's look at what we get. Vivosun automatic feeder. I purchased this guy off of Amazon, where I usually buy a lot of my stuff. So this is a programmable automatic fish feeder with volume timer control. Now, why did I go with Vivosun? I'll tell you why. Number one reason, I've been super impressed with the air pump that I previously talked about, and I wanted to look at getting an inexpensive feeder so that I know my fish are fed whenever I am gone. This guy here, very inexpensive. Let's open it up and look at what we get. So this guy off of Amazon is $16.99. Let's open her up and see what she looks like. So, small manual. I'm sure it's not going to that clock and okay. Let's look at this guy now, and then oh, look at that. Batteries. Well, everything that you need in the package to set this thing up and go to town, or wherever you're going to go. So I guess this is, yeah, exactly. So this is how you set the volume. So, which is weird because, oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So basically what this is doing is maximum and minimum, right? So at minimum, it's cutting off the amount of food that's going to, when this thing turns and gets to the point to where you set it and it dumps, it's either going to be minute or it's going to go full open and dump a crap load. So that's easy enough. Intelligent automatic feeder is what it says. Vivosun intelligent automatic feeder. So let's throw the batteries in here and see what it does. All right, so look at that. Did you see that? It's on. Look at that. So I'm going to, so you can set the feeding cycle, max 4 times a day. So if you want to feed your fish 4 times a day, holy crap. Also, how much it's going to dump out. Wow. So it can spin once or it can spin twice. That's crazy. All right, so let's set the time. Let's set the time. That's funny. right, so 2, 3, 4, 2 feedings. I'll do $10, and the second one I'll do $3. Okay, so on here, you can choose. Let's go through it. How about that? How about that? Let me go to. So, setting the time, super easy, right? And then what you want to do is you want to go through the mode to see, or to set your times and how many feedings per day you're going to do. Now for me, I'm going to set this up on the electric blue Acaris tank, and super easy for those guys. I feed those the tropical granules, so it'll be easier for me to, feel and test this bad boy with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up with 2 feedings. Now, how am I going to do that? Okay, so from the time, I'm going to press mode, and that's the first feeding. So at the first feeding, I'm going to feed at 10 o'clock. Second, I'm going to feed at 3 o'clock, and I'm going to set how many turns, so basically how much food comes out, right? So I'm going to start off with 1 turn and see how much that dumps, and then if it needs more, I'll set it for 2 turns and open it up more. So now, okay, so second, I'm going to set this. So what you do is, how do you set whether it's going to turn once or whether it's going to turn twice? I'm glad you asked. So whenever you set the time up, for me, it's going to be the second feeding of the day. So second feeding for the day, I'm going to hit the time. I'm going to hit set. I'm going to set the time. After I set the time, I'm going to adjust. Sorry, that changes the time. So second time, I'm going to feed. Hit mode. And once you go through the mode, I'm going to feed it dead at 3 o'clock, which is 1500. It blinks. The number 2 at the top, I'm sorry, for the second feeding. So I'm going to adjust that. It's going to put 1 arrow down. That means 1 turn. If I pushed it twice, that's 2 turns. 2 arrows shows up. So let's go back. 1 turn. Set. Third feeding, nothing. Fourth feeding, nothing. So now, if you notice, can you see that? There's a glare. I apologize. So we have the time, which here is it's actually 1 o'clock, so it's 1300. You can see 1 and an arrow, and you can see 2 and an arrow. So feeding twice a day, 1 turn. So let's check it out. Let's see. Really? Let's see what this bad boy will do. Let me get my food.
Where did I put it? Ah, here it is.
Some Tetra Tropical granules. Okay. Let me clean up. Waste not, right? Okay. Now, we're going to put this bad boy back together. If I can figure out. So now, what it says in the manual, it says to open it up at max. I don't want to do that. I want to slowly open it and then adjust down. That's what I want to do. That way I don't get crazy amounts of food in there. I know the corals will probably eat it, but I don't want to overfeed them. Oh, scares me every time it does that. That's just the deal opening up there. So there's an adjustment, right? So it looks like it will fit. I think it'll fit the rim on the 75. All right, so let's set this on the tank and let's give it a manual shot. Don't look at all that. Spoiler. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this in the middle like this so you guys can see it a little bit better. So there is a manual switch, and these guys got a little, there they are. Okay, so let's see how much that feeds. Okay, so minimum, if you put it all the way to minimum, nothing comes out. So I'm going to one click. Okay. 2 clicks. Can you guys see? Oh, you see that? Now that is not bad. Well, basically, all you need to do is, after you set this bad boy up, is adjust the min max figure on your feeder, and you'll get it right. I'm probably going to adjust it a little bit more. I don't know. I like it. So we're going to see what this bad boy will do. Twice a day feedings. May have to adjust. Like I said, if the min max button here on the front opens, basically just opens this little chute, and then once it turns around, however big the opening is, of course, is how much food is going to drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with this setting, get it set correctly, and then we'll see. Today is the 24th of April. I'm going to write it down on a sticky, and we're going to see how long the batteries last, how long it stays in tune, just your basic stuff like that. So hang with me, guys. So far so good with this guy, but stay tuned. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Give me a like if you like it. I know you did. Just go ahead and just go ahead and do it. If you're new, tell everybody else to come over here. Hit that sub button. Hit that notification bell. Because we're going to do it up. Stay tuned for this. Thanks, guys. Come on back to the corner.